TNN here with your daily energy report. It's time to play and I do retort that I'm on display and I'm building a fort. Anyhow, check it out, folks. So, um, things feel like pretty good energy today. I felt some mad shifts of being able to step into our power and surrender to our isness of source. It's quite an expansive force, and it causes us to divorce from our fundamental views, the ones that lead to self-abuse. I feel like getting in touch with our fave friends here. Doing a little card pull for y'all. See what they have to say about today's energy. See where we can find some points of synergy. Let's see. So I'll give these a shuffle. Some feathers to ruffle. I hope the things I say don't cause a kerfuffle. Let's see. So, Faith friends, do you have any messages for us today? How we can make best use of today's energy? Get the lessons or the blessings that we can. Help us to see the situations and understand. When it comes to good advice, you're the man. Ooh, hey, that's what I was saying. This is the death card. You see this guy here. He's in a shroud. A lot of people fear the death card. They feel like that path could be totally hard, But this is a different angle or a different boulevard, This represents the ending of something, which creates the potential for something new. So it's up to you to do with that, to choose what you want to do. This is a lot what I felt last night. I woke up this morning feeling pretty heavy, feeling like a little feather could snap the levee, And I just started tapping into source energy while I was still laying there. In any place I felt any physical discomfort, I just put the energy there, and then I was feeling good, almost better than I could compare to my natural state. So yeah, surrender, release, allow the energies to flow through you, so that any ascension symptoms you might be feeling can go from positive or from painful to positive, right? I don't know if you guys all noticed, I'm wearing this bandana, not because I'm an 80s Axl Rose fan or something, because I like to wear my Moldavite against my third eye, and it's a really simple way to do so. It's a good way to connect with crystal energies that you resonate with. I am very partial to Moldavite, and so its energy is what I do invite, My inner inspiration, it does ignite. Actually, Death, you know what this reminds me of too? It reminds me of True North. It reminds me of the North Pole, the yin end of the magnetic pole. Basically, look at that, the Dark Tower. The Dark Tower is symbolism you'll see all over the place. And basically it's a lot like when you go to sleep at night. When you go to sleep at night, you close your eyes, and what do you see? You see darkness, You see the Dark Tower. Basically, that is our source of life for our energy in this realm. And you need to put it at the helm. That's why you need to face your true north, Because it's like you'll see in this world how they've inverted everything, taught us to be afraid of the dark, taught us to fear death. But death happens all the time. It's like at the end of this video, I've had a death and a rebirth. Was it really something to be afraid of? No, it's just moving on to something new. Really, the way we experience energies, so much to do with our own minds. I'm gonna flip to the card meaning here, and share a little bit more about this so we can go deeper, okay? So, card 53, death. Natural, timely endings, release, liberation. That's what I'd be talking about. That's what we went through last night. Liberation from deeper levels of ego suffering that is really just ourselves buying into something that we conceived of when we were an innocent child. Scary, huh? Before you panic, let's remember that if it were not for death and her hard work, see, her hard work, yin, death. Anyways, I had to point it out. Uh, if it were not for her hard work, we would all be up to our ears in alligators, mayflies, each other, and just about everything else. Without her to clear the world, there would be no room for growth or new life. This applies to all the realms: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and other. And let me tell you right here, physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional, they all correspond. So if you can emotionally surrender to death of your old self, this is how we get back to facing our true north. This is how we dig deep and discover our worth. The death card in all oracles, fairy, tarot, and other does not usually signify actual physical death. In fact, that is rarely the meaning. Rather, it indicates a significant change, one that involves letting go of the old life in order to move forward into the new, to gain a different perspective or a different view. What we really fear about death is the unknown, the what next of it all. We may be experiencing great pain as a result of holding on. That's what I was talking about. Okay, see what he says here. We may be experiencing great pain as a result of holding on to aspects of life that we have outgrown. But humans tend to hold on anyways because we don't know what is next, and that feels scary. It feels disconcerting, you know? You don't know where you're going to be happy or whether or not you're going to be hurting. This is what I was talking about right here. Maybe that's what I felt released last night. It's like you start getting these physical pains when how do you want to put this? Look here, okay. We may experience great pain as a result of holding on to aspects of life that we have outgrown. And that can be physical, mental, or emotional, like I said. So you might experience emotional pain as physical symptoms. And when you let go of those, release them, the physical pain goes, okay? So we want guarantees, and instead we get open doors into unknown dark spaces. You know, unknown dark spaces are unlimited potential. Yet, when we go through these doors, closing them behind us, we discover a whole new world, one in which we can grow and develop into more of what we have the potential of being. And that all comes down to what we're willing to be seeing. It comes down to our our authenticity that we should be freeing. You know, I want to see the core essence of all of your beings. You know, I want us to be able to offer our best to the world and have our greatest gifts be unfurled, you know? Like, True North can't do this alone. I can't, there's so many things that you know, it's like you need a whole tribe of people. We all have these skills. We are all master makers of sorts, you know? Master craftsmen of what we create. See, like this guy right here, the master maker, you know? We have to hone, be a master at being being you. Be a master at being you. Like they said in Kung Fu Panda, people don't give that movie enough credit. And there I said it, you know? It's got a lot of spiritual wisdom. They put it in a movie, but yo, I read it in Zen books that were off the hook. So once you sit down and give them a look, you know? You think Kung Fu Panda 3, he finally becomes the Dragon Warrior. But he doesn't do it in the physical. You know, people, you hear all this mythology and magic. It was in the etheric realm that he becomes the Golden Dragon Warrior, for real. When he learns to cross over to the spirit realm, that's where he experiences his dragon self. You know, and you're hearing about dragons from an elf on the shelf. Because I am part of that bandwagon myself. Anyways, okay, we'll do the starter reading for the death card. Something has reached a natural ending and there is substantial and irrevocable change in the works. This change may be inner or outer, or most likely both, but it is timely and natural, but there may be much resistance to it. Leaves fall every autumn. In the spring, the trees are green again with new leaves. Make room for the new in your life. Let the old go, lovingly, gently, willingly. And I'm telling you, the more lovely, gently, and willingly we can let it go, the more peaceful and blissful this process will flow. All right, yo.